All right. Do you guys hate doing the factory stuff? Well, a lot of my community also does. By the way, don't mind that timer up there. That's the time of how long I've been on this game. But anyways, so we actually have been creating some codes for blueprints actually. Although unfortunately, I just want to give a heads up because there's only two servers, right? There's the Asia server and the NAEU server. The codes for the blueprints only work on the same server, and I am in America's EU. So the ones that want to copy these, the ones that I have made, are basically just gonna be in NAEU. You can try your best to do it on Asia or copy what I was kind of doing in Asia, but I'll be honest with you, I kind of just wing a lot of these things, and it's just how it doesn't seem like very organized personally for me. Although at least until like the day three, the day three, I split it into day 3 days, but uh, it's not exactly days. It's more like what have you unlocked kind of days. So the day one is basically at the beginning once you have gotten stuck on the story, level, they want you to get to level 15, and now you're like, all right, well, what do I do? So we have the basically the whole copy of what you can copy on the hub, and then the valley pass. How you would do it is basically, so if you're in here, press caps lock or whatever the view is for the top down view. There is the F1 blueprints. You click that. There's here are the blueprints. You're not gonna see this, but go to my shared blueprints, and if you click the import blueprint, what you're gonna be able to do is go into here, copy the code, and then paste the code here. And then what's gonna show is how it looks like. It's literally the whole blueprint that I did in my account, and it's so far, I mean, it's progressed very well. I got like very fast progression, and because I was like coming back into it like as I need to, but for you guys, you probably would end up like accumulating a lot more resources. And right now I even have 222 now across to these. I'm almost done with the refugee camp to level 3, but across these, they're all level 2 now. And we are just about 24 hours in, right? But my community has been copying this, so, and they said that it's been working, so there you go. So what you're gonna do is, if you're in NA in EU, again, I'm sorry for Asia, but you guys will just probably have to copy or get the idea of what I was trying to do here. Just copy paste it. Once you got the blueprint, uh, it's pretty straightforward. You click the blueprint and then click place, and you will end up looking something like this. And it's as straightforward as just kind of like putting it in. I did try to put in some notes. So, for example, day one is pretty straightforward, but day two, it's the situation or time when you unlock infestation. And the infestation is around here in the Virginium Science Park, and infestation over here. So once you unlock that, then you can start copying these. And the idea behind them is they're generating some resources and maybe some things that would probably help you progress through the game. And I have some also, actually, I want to make a note here in the Valley Pass in here, and I was generating some explosions in here, and on the day one I was generating explosions, but it was not putting it in the hub, the deposit. But because the idea behind it is I didn't want it to constantly like rate things, But then now, what you have to do? Oh my god, my voice is like dying right now. You just copy it now and just let it sit, and it you should have enough some currency so that you are able to like progress your regional developments. You might end up having to switch goods constantly because like a lot of the time I was developing like Origo crust or amethyst parts, and so you can do that and start selling. And then there's the infestation also. Once you get that, unlock that, you're gonna start putting in some of the different generating the different stuff in there. So for the most part, it should generate a lot of the things. By the time I got to day 3, okay, it's not really day 3 for me because it's just technically 1 hour, 1 day, but by the time you guys would have gotten day 3, or maybe not necessarily day 3, but when you have finished the power plant story, basically the whole chapter 1 story, when you have finished it, the power plateau, once you get into this area and you have unlocked this reconstruction HQ, then you can start copying whatever I put in day 3. Now, progression is going to be different from people to people, and so it's not necessarily day 3. And again, this is more just kind of like your progression in the story. So yeah, don't do it unless you have unlocked power plant. And I did try to add some notes in here so you can write it, and I'll update the document if I do find some things in here, because usually my community will let me know if there is something that went wrong. And anyways, the idea for this last one is to start generating the HC battery, and this HC battery is basically kind of like the last one that you're gonna need to sell stuff. And just because it's not leveled up, this one's not leveled up yet, so it's not there. But it's also the battery for your place, right? So it is extra battery. So there's that. I haven't done one with Buck Capsule, but you know that's probably for another time. And then I do have a few like different like instructions with the SC battery here as well. So anyways, this video is kind of like just rambling because yeah, this is not one of my planned videos, but as it turns out, like everybody else in the stream just like say, "Hey Sky, I want to copy yours," and I'm like, "All right, here we go. Okay, here you go, I guess." But then some of the things there are like, that's why I didn't even like design my base as well, because like it was meant to be for just myself. But I mean, I did it. I made it a little bit nicer. I look nicer now on the last one. Right? It looks a little bit nicer now. But anyways, so these are the things. If I do find more things, I guess I'll just keep uploading whatever I can, because I know a lot of you don't really want to really touch this, the factory stuff, and I guess I'll just upload this. Once I get to Wooling, I'll probably just upload that too. I personally am kind of enjoying it, and it's not necessarily gonna be the best. I'm just warning you guys, but it's worked out for me, and it's made me progress pretty well. So you can at least bet that I'm doing my best for it. Anyways, that's the video. Very spontaneous, not as scripted as like the other ones, but I don't know. I'm just gonna keep playing. I mean, hell, I'm just eating my breakfast right now or dinner. I don't even know what this is anymore. Um, wait, it's dark now. Wait. Anyways, um, that's gonna be it. Very spontaneous, but I'll upload more. I'll be on Twitch. I stopped streaming on YouTube because YouTube only has like 12 hours. You can only handle 12 hours, and I didn't want to restart it. But yeah, I'll be up on Twitch, so if you guys have any questions, feel free to come by, hang out. Also, yeah, that's gonna be it, and I'll see you guys next time.